Hello, everybody, and today we have yet another matchmaking session between people and open source projects to help us get much better jobs more efficiently than any MIT can do, with all respect to MIT. So yeah, I think Charmain, do I pronounce your name correctly, Charmain? Yeah. Had a question.
Yes, so as I'm kind of new into coming to the webinars, I just kind of wanted to understand, let me think. By last week, you were suggesting to find companies that relate to my purpose and my goals. By contributing on Git, sorry, my cats. By contributing on Git, does that, am I thinking it's a way of being able to build a relationship and use that as an avenue to get to where I want to be? I was just trying to understand.
Yeah, the idea is that to find something you really love in the world of software, so you don't go into the wrong direction, so you don't join finance if you don't want to do it, if you want to do, I don't know, oil. And then the idea is basically any open source project, or almost any open source project, requires so many people. So you can start now, like immediately, and then you can use this new connection to create content, basically to actually to help other people. That's more important. So because you'll be learning about stuff which matters. And this stuff you can share with the world. And because it matters, it will create a very strong relationship, and it will open opportunities for you. You'll be amazed. But it's very critical to make sure it matters, make sure it's something you really love. It will change because probably you won't make the right selection on the first try, but that's fine. That's part of the journey. You can create content about that as well, and that's the right thing to do. And then basically, let's say, I don't remember what was your main hobby.
Hobby-wise, basketball probably, but
Sports.
I also, I have a lot of interest, fortunately, as a time.
Good.
So, but yeah, basketball probably would be the most, and then property. I want to build a property business also.
Oh, that's interesting. So let's say we find project for basketball. We find a sports project which matters, and you start sharing about it daily, about the project and about the news you've heard from people, especially the news which, like, sometimes people say stuff, but they don't write it down. It's like inner knowledge. So you'll be sharing it daily. And and I want people to have this image in their brains that if you basically an expert in this area, Charmain, and that's it.
Okay.
And you'll know it much better because than anybody else, because these things you cannot study them at universities. They cannot compete because you'll be taking things fresh from people, and unis, well, how it will take a few years for them to pick up with you just on today. So that's the idea. I'm not yet sure about like how to connect basketball, because all I can think of is mostly somebody like sports channels and stuff, but maybe, well, there can be weird connections as well, like open EDX, which is because what I like about sports personally, that it takes takes kids off the streets. It really helped me because I did karate instead of meeting the wrong people, and yeah, a lot of guys, they started doing drugs and stuff, and I was doing karate. And also it gives you like, well, it helps you to focus and do better in other things. So yeah, there are some companies who do sports, like IMG Arena, and there are companies who do property. it's I think Zoopla is doing open source as well. But the thing is that you said you are doing it. You didn't say that you love it. There's a big difference. So that's the trickiest part. But the thing is that as you will be looking for this project, you'll be asking questions. You can create stories about your journey. Actually, you should. It would be nice. So you could be working on our community, for example, and helping me to start. Both of you actually help me to start a branch, female branch, because I want to help you grow into people who can run this branch independently. So I want to create a safe space for women. So when they want, to have, not they, and you want to have maybe protected area. So speak like probably more freely. I don't know. Maybe it's not needed, but we'll try. Like if it's not needed, people will tell me I'll just not do it. But I kind of feel there's a need, and I don't want like autistic with poor background from poor family, but still is it called cisgender white guy working in finance in a good job, reaching somebody from I don't know, some neighborhood in New York with totally different problems, and this person like how to solve everything. My advice will help, but I won't know stuff as close as or somebody from Tower Hamlet, for example. I did live there for half a year, but somebody lived the whole life. So stuff like that. Anyway, yeah, let's we can actually and let's think what we can do today. So Martina, have you already done your session?
Sorry?
Have you already found a project for you?
So I was looking actually yesterday. A lot of the ones that I liked don't really have too many like beginner friendly stuff.
Why do you think so?
Sorry?
Why do you think so? If you can share, if you can open the project and show me. The only thing the two things it should be popular and you should love the topic. That's the only thing. Okay. There's no such thing as the environment might be toxic, then we don't need it. But as long as they are nice people, like I don't want you to spend your life fighting one yet toxic person. When you become CTO, then yes, we will come together, we'll crash them down. But currently, well, we have limited resources.
So let's see.
Maybe if you share screen if you want.
Yeah, if it's okay. So. Oh, I have the host disabled participant screen.
Oh, one second. How do we do that? I think in share screen. Yeah.
Okay. Did I find it yesterday? Oh, there we go. All right, so
should look now, I guess.
I was looking at this one.
Okay. Cambridge Quantum. That's interesting. And which project do you want to be part of? Like, which one do you love?
I'm not even sure. I was looking kind of over them to see if they have any beginner friendly stuff.
This one looks. Forget about beginner friendly.
Okay.
Which one do you love?
Oh, I don't know. Like, I don't know them that well. I was kind of just looking over the companies.
Well, that's already an idea to do basically what you can do now. What we can do now. Let's select. Let's sort them by, I don't know, amount of branches or something. You can sort by. Yeah, stars is fine. So what if you look into Pitcat? It looks more or less alive. Ticket, and PyPyKit extensions and just try to understand what the projects do from the README file and write 3 tweets in 3 days about that stuff, what the project does.
Okay.
And that's already a contribution. Because how many people on Twitter who will read it, and on LinkedIn? And on LinkedIn, you can write about a bit longer about all 3 of them, and you can mention my name and Charmain, and we will reshare and comment. So that's already a contribution. And you didn't need to learn quantum computing for that. And a lot of people will notice it. I won't lie, it won't be many in the beginning, maybe, but they will have this thing in their brains that somebody is also learning quantum, and it's Martina. So she said she's not an expert there. That's fine. We don't need an expert. We need somebody who knows more than we do. And as you grow, while you don't switch to another project, which might happen with high probability because you might choose something which is even more interesting, but it looks, well, these projects, people don't choose them for false reasons. I think you might be really liking this stuff. So yeah, so that's one thing. Then the next wave of content. So first wave of content will be like why you chose them and what these projects do. And like why you chose them, both technical things like branch stars and personal things, why you like this area. Then second wave will be how to install it locally. I mean, what was your experience of installing it locally through the README file? And what if you find that the README file is wrong? What if you find that installation is wrong? And
I wouldn't figure out it's wrong. I would just think I'm doing something wrong.
That will mean that the documentation is not clear enough in the best case, but there's a good chance you'll find something which is out of date, at least some step which is like breaking the experience. And if you fix it, they will be quite happy. I mean, as long as it's healthy, but well, I think it is healthy. So because somebody will just try to follow the instruction and you will just drop off because of that. So yeah, stuff like that. And you can start with forking kit. Why not? And that's already a contribution because it will increase amount of, it will improve their stats. So if you click button fork, you already contributed. Actually, you're already contributed because you told Charmain and myself about this stuff. So done, you're contributing. No, like really. And then they don't have, for example, so yeah, there's so many things to do. So then the fourth wave will be to actually here, let me think, can you go back to the previous page? Yeah, that's on, because does it have, let me see, pull requests? Can you click on pull requests, please?
Just one.
Yeah, open it. Let's see what's there. So some checks were not. What is the nature of this change? If you go up, commits is basically like the change itself. Can you click on this line on the add example to, yeah. Oh, we go down. Well, that looks a bit not. Yeah, that's a bit too complicated, but it could be something easier. Well, it depends on your level, obviously, and yeah, because if it was something different, you could say, well, such and such is wrong. Can you go back to the README file? Let's take a look what it looks like. If you don't know, well, yeah, it looks. Oh, it looks clean. There might be like some design improvement ideas, but oh, this one actually, you see in the top it says that the repository contains API documentation and example notebooks to get you started using PyKit. It does not contain source code, so there is different repositories. So This thing is all about documentation and examples. So that's a very good place to start.
Okay.
And well, good technical writers is also a hard job to find. Well, you don't step up in quantum computing by doing quantum computing, I'm afraid. You can, like, not always. The paths are
I know.
different. Yeah.
This was just like something I'm interested in, but I know like it takes ages.
It's not just, and it doesn't take ages. It's an amazing thing, and you're already contributing. The difference is that instead of waiting for 5 years and learning everything about quantum, you did it now, which will help you. So you would have reached it anyway in 5 years, but now it will allow you to constantly adjust your learning goals to this project. So you basically, it will allow you to focus on stuff you need to learn and you don't need to learn. And it will save you a ton of time, and it also will create a positive feedback for you. Well, some people will be negative, but that's a different story, although you can benefit from it a lot as well if you treat it right. The trolls can be useful. You feed them to the engine of education. But yeah, it's totally doable.
Okay.
There's actually a big problem with it's not a problem, but it is as developers now. So ladies tend to underestimate the how powerful they are, and men tend to overestimate. So in the world of IT careers, then a lot of smart ladies, they just won't apply to the job or something like this, so they won't go and ask.
Oh, I know. I
for
used to think
salary.
I wasn't smart enough to do coding.
Yeah, me too. I was told in my face that I should think of another career when I was at uni. But it's very cool developers, and well, they're still cool, but something I'm fine.
I don't think they're that cool.
It's fine. I've just spent 2 weeks setting up a MacBook at work, but the thing is that it builds stuff much faster because it's not virtual machine. It builds in 48 seconds instead of 8 minutes or 60 minutes.
Oh, nice.
And I want to scale it. Basically nobody knew how to do it. Now I kind of know. So I will push for other developers to have MacBooks as well as a second engine of choice. And then I will help them how to install everything so they can start saving time. And because they're all like, well, they're really cool developers, I will start saving a ton of money for the company while not even being there. And the time as well, and stress. And maybe people will have less overtime, like they can sleep and they can have family life. So, well, I might be not the best developer, but like, why would I care? I mean, I'm not here to write. So you can have your for loops, guys, really. And I want to create a branch of our meetup in the States. So it's also useful, I guess. So yeah, I would never do quantum computing, but one of my friends might. I will never do anything related to sports. Well, I might go to karate, but one of my friends is probably doing that. So if that's, I guess that's enough for 1 week to start. Like but you need to not make sure, but it's an advice which I didn't follow this week. Twitter is not very forgiving, so you should be writing a little bit every day. And there are apps to, I think it's called Postly. I'll write it down. I don't really like this app, but it has free package. So you can schedule tweets 1 week ahead or 2 weeks ahead. And so you don't have to distract, but at least 1 tweet per day, because we are trying to build your personal brand. And the same goes for Charmain. So it should be genuine tweet, something you learned, something cool. And oh, and actually there's also, let me share the screen. There's also one thing I found yesterday. So yesterday I had this idea of, well, I can't sleep anyway. So Can you see my screen now? Is it the Chrome thing? Yeah, thank you. I will close this one and let me quickly check if there's anybody else, but I don't think there. No, it's fine. It's 3 of us. That's actually very good. So here, if we go to Twitter, there was a lot of good people. They were speaking. Oh, let me move this stuff. Let's see, because I search here. My tech PF, I think. Yeah, this one. So I think this is something great. I haven't yet learned much, but I can I read about people telling really good things about this stuff. So you might want to, well, you can create content out of it, to be honest. You can read about it and mention them in the comments. I think they might be paying for doing stuff like open source, but and obviously they support ladies. So maybe if we go here, maybe we'll find, and it's quite well, I've seen so many good stuff about that. So yeah, so it's that. So yeah, it's a bootcamp. It looks so. And I'm not sure. I hope it's free, because if it's not free, then we don't really care. But I think it's might be free, but there's kind of competition. But well, I'll support you, and if they don't accept you on the first time, they will accept you on the second, because you'll be well, you are open source contributor, both of you, and you are parts of the meetup, and we can make a group, small one, and you'll be a meetup. We can actually organize this one, the main one. Doesn't mean I don't want. I'm not trying to separate. The idea was to create a safe space, but I'm absolutely fine with you running the meetups, the main ones as well. So you'll be well, you're already a meetup organizer to help people from underprivileged and underrepresented groups. Well, that's something. So that will make you stand out from the crowd. We might be small meetup, but we are mighty. So so this one is a good one. I'll just try to find where again I have hidden my, oh, here it is. So it's very hard for me to find like things like buttons and stuff. Well, now I know why. But yeah, let me put it here. So this guy. And initially I thought it's not best friend. Initially I thought it's boyfriend, and I was thinking like, what? Like, well, makes some sense, but not too much. Anyway, so let's try now to do the GitHub, and let's try to find something about basketball.
So, sorry to interrupt. So yeah. I think I may have misunderstood. So one of my other goals is to become, as I'm an IT support analyst at the moment, I wanted to progress to a DevOps engineer. Oh. Yes. So we did discuss this last week.
Sorry, that's true. My memory works.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I think it's partly my fault, to be honest, to be able to really to articulate exactly what I'm trying to achieve. So what ultimately I'm trying to achieve, although I do love basketball and property, my ultimate goal in regards to career is to becoming a DevOps engineer. But
this is so cool. That makes stuff so much easier now.
Yeah, so I know, yeah, because I realized that what I was saying before wasn't relevant to what we've been discussing.
You can be doing both, easy. But we'll just start with one, and then the second one can be a hobby.
Okay.
Why not to, yeah. So let's see. So DevOps, and DevOps is it something like CNCF? No? This stuff.
Oh, I can't see. I can only see your GitHub at the minute.
Oh, one moment. I'm probably sharing the wrong screen.
Might be a specific window I think you're doing.
Oh, I'm sharing screen. I'm not sharing the, but I must be sharing the window instead. It's actually a very good idea to share your windows and not screens, if it makes sense, like applications, because this way you can better control what you're sharing, so people won't see some personal pop-up coming on from WhatsApp and stuff like that. Or maybe you've stored password somewhere in the plain text or whatever, which you shouldn't do, but we're humans, so you'll be surprised how many people do that. So this is cloud native stuff, but we can DevOps. So if we search for DevOps actually, if we go to topics, because this is search, so there's a topic called DevOps on GitHub. It's a big thing. I mean, it's a beautiful thing because, well, I've heard a number of people talking about comparing DevOps to a number of smart, like really people who achieve something. They compare DevOps and data engineering, for example, versus software development and versus data science. As in the gold rush, there are people who were out there looking for gold, and there were people who sold jeans and shovels. So now we have Lewis. They're making Lewis. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Who are making amazing. Well, they're making jeans. They're still the business. So these people made more money in general. Yeah, because you can sell shovels, you'll make your money, and these people then have a slight chance of finding like a lot of gold. So we'll have this. I think I shared it. Yeah. So let's see. So that stuff, we know that a set of practices that combine, basically it allows you to create the flows out of stuff developers do and solve problems with a higher quality than homegrown solutions maybe. So let's see, that 8,000 repositories, and we will take a look at the most stars because we want the best one. Actually, why don't we do Google and Amazon? Yeah, but I will just quickly check this stuff, but I'm already thinking, to be honest, I'm already thinking about Amazon and stuff, because this stuff was that like really simple DevOps project. Awesome capability. I don't know this stuff. I don't know those people, and I don't want to spend our time on people. No, let's see GitHub's. So let's see how we find those. So that's good. Most folks, most stars, recently updated. So what? Oh, so apparently there is a course, but I don't want to do courses like really. This is more interesting. This is a way, because the thing is that however good this course is, oh, by the way, you can see stars. This has 168 and this has 19 hours. The benefit we can go get for Charmain. So I'm trying to like increase what you're doing because, well, for many reasons. One of them is that you are a busy person. So I don't want you to have those sleepless days, like 24 hours in a row, because although this one is useful, I'm sure it's a good course and stuff, but the amount of people who will benefit from it will probably differ from amount of people who will benefit from you contributing to Jenkins. I have a very strong feeling that this one is actually Jenkins itself. Let's see. It is Jenkins. It is very fun.
Okay.
I'll put it. So Jenkins is DevOps, if I understand correctly, right? And it's one of the absolutely major tools there, which is used, I guess, by everybody. Mastercard does it. I wouldn't be surprised if Twitter does it, if Amazon does it, Google, because initially I wanted to go to Amazon GitHub account, but this is better because this is used by everybody. So, and they have pull requests, which can be looked at. They have, well, I'm not sure we can, but if we go here, for example, they have, wow, they have 2,500 of projects. For example, this one, some plugin. So yeah, so we can take a look at the projects there, and also they have, because I'm also thinking of how to communicate, how to, let's see the most. Oh, so this one. So there, because as much as I can, I would go into something popular and used by many people, because even in Jenkins there might be things. For example, here, what was it? Oh, repositories. If I go for repositories, then there was something. Yeah, last updated, I think it was. So, well, this is part of Jenkins and it's often used, but it only has 151 branches. So how many people in DevOps will benefit from you writing something about contributing to this particular project versus this one, which is Jenkins itself? So, which has like much bigger visibility, and how many DevOps people contributed to Jenkins? They use it, yes, but do they contribute? And by contribution, you will learn people, because currently there's like 700 people. I don't even know whom to write, to be honest, because like, well, how do I know? But when you start doing things, let's say, so we have start, we have forked, but we will fork a bit later. I'm trying to see, oh, for example, even this one, right? So even like if we don't fix dots on stuff, it's already something to write about, like that this tool is doing that and that, and I'm considering contributing to it. And the thing which I cannot find is like, where on earth are the tickets to fix? Because, well, so probably it will be described in the README file. I'm quite sure of it. So they wouldn't be putting it to the GitHub if they didn't want people to contribute. But I don't know how on earth they describe the tickets, like, oh yeah, contributing. Yeah, so you can basically read about this stuff and write your thoughts. You don't need to write all thoughts about everything you read there, but read and contribute. So read something like this part and research it as long as it's fresh in your brain, because I don't want, you can do it tomorrow, but then it will take time, to bring it back to your mind. And well, it's faster to do it now. You can plan it for tomorrow, but it's faster to create the tweet itself now. So you can, yeah, you can, that's already enough to contribute. So let's see something else. So that's Jenkins. Wow. DevOps exercises. What about this stuff? Oh, 73, sorry for listening, 73,000 stars. So even if it's an exercise book, I don't care. It's might look like against my principles, but guys, 73,000 stars don't come for nothing. So you might really want to take a look what this thing is, and because if you concentrate on DevOps and you focus on DevOps, and then you choose 2 or 3 projects, and you'll be shifting them, switching them, but like not, well, focus, because you cannot do whole of DevOps. You need to leave something for other people. That's something tasty as well. But so this one looks Interesting. So you'll be already. So when you'll be writing tweets, check to mention this project, because well, you are immediately gaining a focused. Your tweet becomes focused. It becomes not only to your friends, although I'm sure they're all amazing people, but it will also let the dream stray friends, the ones you haven't met yet, they are your friends, but you haven't met them yet. This thing will help you connect, find each other early in life. So yeah, because that will make your life, the path easier to walk. You'll be able to spend less time walking in the wrong directions and stuff. Well, I wish I knew that. So yeah, for everyone and blah, blah, blah. So like you see, before I was more like open the README file and start changing. But to be honest, in good projects, it's very hard to find something like that. And people will benefit even more from your involvement. So let's see if these guys, if they have something. So they have pull requests. And the pull requests are, let's see. Oh, this one is good. So there's a conversation there. And it's called fixed. Well, it is possible to write here that did anything change? Is there anything I can help with? But I wouldn't really bother because it will get value, but probably too small. But we can just check what this person did to see, like, yeah, the person changed some image. Good. Good for them. I'm still trying to find how they, maybe I'm looking in the wrong place, how they are looking for stuff to do. Update link. So it looks that, oh, you see this one? Review needed. That's good. That's really good. We can go to label here, I guess. I guess it's a label. This one. So this one's there shouting like, please take a look. So instead of following up on that other pull request, proposal to basically change something. So yeah, so it looks there was a link of there was a change in HTML links, and this one, for example, this one's perfect. That's a README file. Somebody has upgraded README file, and they need a request. Well, it's still not merged. Yeah, so that's well, I'm sure you. We can continue on that, but I'm sure you'll be able to pick up, like, I'm more than sure. And also, like, README file itself, because you can write, same goes for Quantum. The project with that many stars, it must be true. There must be something very interesting about it. So because think of hundreds of thousands of other people moving into DevOps now, and they have no idea about this project. And you already know so much more about this stuff. So for them, it will be available. And people like guys like me, we cannot create this content because till this morning, I didn't have this idea. I cannot compete with you, Charmain. Like, really. No, like, seriously, I cannot. Because your ideas will be so fresh and they will be so focused. And I only get these ideas because I talked to you. Yesterday, I was listening to a course on Coursera, Disrupting Yourself, a very good course. And one of the key things there was that you need to listen to people who are different, because different people from different groups, they will give ideas you have never thought of, and then you collaborate and everybody wins. So this one is like the README file to check and to write something, to share. Well, Twitter is good because it takes a little time. So what's next there? So we basically have like Jenkins and the Lucas knowledge. And oh, we have Docker practice. 20,000. That's tasty as well. But I'm a bit careful with the practice things. So we already have one exercise in our set. That's enough. Like really, maybe it's even too much, to be honest, because yeah, I don't really want to do exercises. I want to do to be part of projects which are something more real. So like Jenkins, what is this one? Cogetia. How do we sort this stuff here? Let's see. There was a sorting, I guess. Oh, there were no sorting. Oh, sort most folks, most stars. I see, because most stars is like more about popularity. What is this? Oh, that's interesting. It looks like a platform. So it looks like a platform, and we have README and net data. So we can probably, it looks like something which is alive. It has issues. And if you go to net data itself, this company, let me do some research now. No. We can go here and we can go here. Go. Fancy MasterCard, it doesn't mean that I'm searching for a job here. I have enough people coming to me. Or we can, I'm just trying to understand, yeah. So it's something about is DevOps monitoring, I think, but I don't see many jobs there. So sorry, net guy, net data, you might be doing something really cool, but I will be very careful. Well, I will have questions like what it is used for, which is another discussion. Like it's actually another content, because well, you can go here and we can check here. Oh, this looks really nice. This actually does look nice. And if you go here, this one, well, they really could benefit from some diversity, like guys. Yeah. I wouldn't join them. They might be a good company, but there are other companies which are, with all respect on that data, they might be doing, I'm sure they're doing a good job in many areas, but we probably have slightly different ways to do stuff. I'm trying to get back to this, because although it's popular, I don't see a strong link between the job market and this stuff. It's just a popular product, which doesn't look to be popular on the job boards. It will make you stronger, it will help you to find a job, but not as probably good as other things. So if we go to explore and we go to topics and we go to DevOps again, I don't want to search this way. Is possible DevOps? Yeah, let's do it. DevOps tools, and I'm still not very good with this stuff, as you can see. So that's actually contains the repositories, and actually even choosing the project is already good content. No, yeah, that's fine, because I sorted like this. So most stars, that's fine. Net with this one we don't want. What are these guys? Kong. It's verified. That's already good. They have repositories. They're alive, very much alive. This is tasty. Probably. I still need to check. We already had one tasty today. So I will go here immediately. This looks so much better than the previous one, like really. So guys from the previous company, what was it? Net data. You really need to hire somebody like really, or Charmain or Martina, because guys, you might have a good product, but it needs also to look good to community, and technology is not enough by far. So is it it's probably engineering, right? So well, although can we have all location EMEA? So yeah, there are jobs. I'm not like particularly interested, like is the immediate job for DevOps, but no, that's well, their name is like Hong Kong. Oh, you see, I'm not saying we will apply for this job, well, but I'm saying that 6 digits jobs, they mentioned this thing. So the company, so this one is something which is valid in UK's markets. It's something applicable. So now you can write like, well, you're choosing about 2 projects and this one. You might choose something else. So let's see which one should we choose here, and let's see what we can do. So wow, sorry, it's 4,000 branches. That's good. Let's see if they have Twitter stuff. They have people there. Well, no, there's some diversity. I would like to be more, but still it's well. Sorry, net data guys. I really need to install because it's not well. Reasons it's a Greek company. It's probably different there. I don't know. So so is it Kong? Yes, it is Kong. So if we have issues here a lot, and we might even have like beginner issues here. Some companies have it. Good first issue, this one. So they have this label to start. So when you get to the level of sharing, like you don't want to do it on the first day, probably. Yeah, you can take a look at these things, and even if you don't understand something or you don't want to pick it up, you can still consider it like, do you want to write about it? Like, look, guys, there's such an issue and there's a problem, and well, I'm missing this knowledge, or it's boring, or it's I don't know. It's like sky is the limit, and then we can obviously look at the code, and we can go obviously here, but all MDs are good. That's what we want. 26,000. So when you write about this project with this thing, 26,000 of people who are interested in this project, they will know that there's a Charmain who is not only learning this stuff, she's actually making it easier for thousands of beginners. That's her goal, to get into this. And now we are talking. So think of a marketing manager who gets somebody with a, I don't know, I want to learn it, and with somebody who is already bringing people, already raising awareness of this stuff. So I will share, Martina will hopefully share, and well, sometimes we won't, but mostly we will, because I forget stuff and stuff like that. And it will create visibility in Central Africa, North Africa, in India, there are friends in UK as well. Well, there's an impact. So yes, something like this. And this one, obviously, you can check README as well. But well, you have to think in a way, how does it benefit community and me versus let's fix everything. You cannot fix everything in this project. It's not possible. even the simplest like curl command. I was listening to a podcast yesterday that curl command, which is basically which allows you to get data from websites, from remote stuff. So even this command, so basically what it did, it went to Google and took the source code. Even this command is too big for one developer to write, because it's literally like hundreds of thousands of code. So there are people who can write a simple HTTP server in a week, but writing 100,000 corner cases, that's beyond what one human can do. So, well, nobody can compete with you when you're doing that. I was just having an interesting discussion. And by the way, feel free to stop me at any point. I don't want to be rude or like preaching. I'm not a priest. Well, in a way, I actually wanted to become a priest when I was much younger. So I was talking to people from a very known company in the world of very solid company in the world of financial research. They're trying to predict the future, and they're quite good in it. And the person was the head of the open source wing, and it's big. Their department is comparable to Google's one. And asked him why on earth they're doing that. I mean, they have code which is proprietary, which is like intellectual property, which they really don't want to leave the house. And still they're contributing to open source a lot. And he explained me that if they already work this way, so if they keep creating code just in their company, although initially it might be better for them, so it might solve their specific problems and so on, the companies who work together and people who work together in open source, they will be doing something similar, but they will be bringing a lot of ideas. So in 5 years' time, although our project in this company, the closed project, like the hidden one, will have some strong points, that open source project will have so many strong points that now you cannot compete. And also there will be things like maintenance, bugs, DevOps tools, for example. Their project, the open source, will definitely be fine with DevOps by that time. And then they will have to move to the open source one. Now, if you cannot compete with open source, what you should do is lead it. Instead of trying to compete and build your in-house, separate your intellectual property into one core, and then everything else, do it open source way. So you can direct the, oh, sorry, my camera is not working. I just noticed it. Sorry. So you can direct the, well, change the direction of this, how it goes. Make sure that, or at least try to make sure that this new solution for the future, it actually solves your problems as well. So you can use it, and it will be growing for a long time in a very positive manner. So that's why the companies do open source. I just thought it might be important. So yeah. Oh, this is beautiful. This one is important. Discussions and forum as well. You can like take a look without commitment, but you can like take a look who says what. I don't know, find friends. Just write that, oh, you know, I've just done my first tweet about you, and well, you can write a story. Actually, on dev2 will be a good place. Like you're becoming your DevOps journey, why, and what are your goals and stuff like that. What is your current approach? And well, some trolls might come, but it only happened once, and he was half-baked troll. So he said that my approach is, well, he didn't agree on something. Well, I thanked him for his input and said that next time I'll do better. So how can you fight somebody who says that, thank you, and next time I will do better? So yeah, that's it. Is that does that help, Charmain?
Yes. Can I ask a question about that?
Of course.
That you just had up?
You mean the conch one?
The dev dot something, yeah.
Oh,
so
yeah.
You think so as well as doing the tweets,
yeah,
you should should put a post on here as well. Is that on my?
Yes, but they're different. This one and hash note. So that's blogging. Twitter creates your presence and helps you to find friends.
Okay.
This one is a heavyweight thing because articles take time to write.
Oh, so
And it makes you a blogger, like really. And it will, from what I heard, tweet lives for 10 minutes. So tweets are creating impact fast. But this thing lasts for a long time because if I go here, I'll see stuff. If I go to my account, I will see, although I need to start working on that. So I'll see my posts, right? Oh, wow. That one has 700 views. That's not bad. I actually should push it to, I should pin it to my front page, I guess, somehow. I'm not very good in this yet. There was a way to pin it somehow. I'll find a way. So yeah, so this one and hash note. And by the way, I think Dev too, but definitely Twitter, they are paying as well. So after you reach 1,000 to 2,000 subscribers, they will start paying some peanuts. Maybe not peanuts, I don't know, but at least that will cover some costs. Why not? Why not to start getting some? Why not to start diversifying your sources of income now? It will grow organically. I mean, you're on the right track.
I have another question.
Yeah, of course.
So GitHub is something that's very new to me.
Mhm.
I'm probably just going to look on YouTube, but I just wondered if you
That's
had
very
any
true.
suggestions in regards to how to familiarize myself with it.
Yeah, my main suggestion will be go to YouTube and choose something which is fresh and not too long. Because well, this one is from Free Code Camp because basically it teaches you all you need to know. But yeah. So basically, maybe even this one, because this one is 30 minutes and this one is an hour. We don't need you to become a knight in shining armor of GitHub today. We want you to know enough to start contributing to GitHub. So you don't need Git as such, you need GitHub knowledge, because GitHub is a platform and Git is a tool. So you can to write articles about this stuff, about Kong, you don't really need to you don't really need to do any Git like at all. You just need enough of Git to understand what's happening when you click fork. And then you can either, okay, it should only take a few seconds. And enough to understand that what the pull request is, to be honest, and that's already, because you can click dispense on modify, and then maybe in the beginning you'll be backing it up in your text files on your machine, some in Notepad or something. So as long as you understand that this is the branch, and then later you can merge it, and it's fine. Nobody in the world knows Git, not a single person, because it's too big. There's too much already. It's not possible. So you need to be very careful with tasty stuff like this. I had this problem with a lot of stuff, and as a result, well, it's a waste of time. I was learning Apache server faces, which I was never going to use, and they're happily not used much, I think. So yeah, and then also here you don't even need to install your local your local environment. I think you can press a dot, and it will create IDE in browser. It's just a dot. There's somewhere there's a cheat sheet with all those commands. So that's you can click and modify it in a better way. And you can probably learn about this. So try not to spend too much learning, 20% of your time.
Okay.
So if you have 1 hour, then it's it's not even 20 minutes, it's 12 minutes, like 12 minutes sharp, because the content is what matters. People don't really benefit from you knowing something, people benefit from you contributing. So 1 dot and readme is better than 1 hour Git course.
Okay.
Okay.
Another question.
Mhm.
Last week you wrote up a draft tweet of what to say
Yep.
regarding contributing. Is it possible to have a copy of that? Just
Oh,
so I
yeah.
know.
Where is it? To reply, future content, with ideas. Oh, no, that's not. Let me find it now, because no, no. Sorry. I think here. If we, I think I added it to the group as well. So if we check this stuff, it might have somewhere. Let me see. Oh, okay. Yeah, there are different things we can. If it was last week, we can do this. It was last week. We can just go sign in, and we'll go sync, and we will have recordings, and that was last week, 23rd. So it will be this one, and it will have 3 files, including chat file. And this file. Yeah, so something like this. Where is my chat? Oh, here it is. Hello. So basically, the idea is that you need to understand the group you're writing for. You need to make sure that your tweet helps them. So people onboarding into the beautiful world of DevOps. And you need to make sure that you benefit from it and that you make it visible. Don't leave it hidden for no reason. So add some hashtags, mention some groups, because otherwise it just will take longer. And why not start doing 6 figures 2 years earlier than later with less stress? I mean, why go the hard way? So yeah, I hope that helps. I can actually put them. All of them. Yeah, now they're all here. So yeah, that's it. Any more questions? I'm fine to answer. It's just been a long one. Martina, how are you doing? Maybe you have some.
Good.
Because-
Sorry, I have really bad allergies this morning.
Oh, me too. I mean, I have like 12 or 14, I think, allergies. Some of them 4 pluses.
Oh,
Like,
wow. Nice.
Yeah. Well, it's yeah.
So, okay, so let's say I have, learned about the project, tweeted about it quite a lot. But I would like to be able to do some coding as well, because I would like to learn and get better at coding.
So
What
as you, yeah, what was your project name? Oh, actually, it should be in the chat, right? Oh, so there was Quantum Computing, right? So I've noticed myself is that if you check what I was tweeting about in the beginning, it was readme files.
Yeah.
You will master it very fast, and then you'll grow. Then you'll understand. So apparently you already understand that your direction of growth. It's very good because you understand that at the moment you are interested in growing into like coding, not into, let's say, business analysis, although that's extremely needed area as well. So no, that's topics DevOps. We don't need topics. We need this one. So you're not yet comfortable as understood to start coding right now in Quantum. So while doing those README, and the idea is that we'll start with README and coding is here, and you'll move on the straight line. Try to optimize it doesn't have to be README. Try to optimize it with the goal in mind that you want to help people coding the quantum stuff. So your end idea for this period in time is to start coding in quantum, but you see, you won't be even then you won't be sharing about it. Probably won't be a good idea to share about what you did in quantum coding. It would be nice to share about what other people did, or some topics or some new feature which is coming and stuff like that, because well, it just works better and it looks better. And and then other people, they will write about your stuff and they will thank you and stuff like this. So if we go quantum computing here in the topics, so yeah, 1,000 repos. And what do I do with that? Most folks. Oh, I just had into closing. So that's courses that don't need it.
Okay.
Oh, who are you? My friend? This new friend is this one. Oh, sorry, I'm whistling too much. It's not nice. But this looks something which exists.
It looks interesting.
Yeah, it looks alive. So you won't be a hidden figure. Although to be honest, like even in the movies, they weren't fully hidden because the rockets were flying. So they still impacted the world a lot. It's just not just, but they were treated extremely unfairly. So I want you to be treated fairly, and I want to change the world. So such courses as ours won't be needed in the future because, well, it will be needed, but people will have equal access to education and work market. Because when I go to conferences and it's like 2%, maybe 7% of ladies there. This is much better than it was, but this is, well, I will try to be polite, but it's hard.
Nice.
So yeah, so here you go. This project is live. This is not. Although this is like 3 hours. Oh well, probably it is. It depends. Well, it depends. Yes, sometimes it might be some technical process which is doing some commit every day.
Okay.
And or something like this. So you need to be really careful, because I had one person who wrote to me. I contributed to some sports project, reading file something, and then he wrote back to me that, I actually asked him something, that although he is officially contributor, the company has closed this project, and he's just updating it from time to time. So like talking to the person saved. If I was serious about contributing, it saved me. It would have saved me so much time. But this one is beautiful.
Okay.
This one is good. It has branches, it has tags, probably it has issues good for newcomers, probably. Friendly. And beginner. Now, let's see what they have. Bug fix, remove. Oh, this is good. Good first issue. So they have this one, they have documentation. Yes, before you start coding, you need to know how to build it. And when you try to build it, you will find problems which, well, other people, they will stop. But for you, it's actually inspiration for content creation. So stuff which normally stops other people, it will actually be beneficial from you, because you can share and prevent other people from having this negative experience. You're contributing now. Done. So, and guys, as you shared like this week, you can, let me know, mention me in the tweets. It's not because I'm using it to earn money. I mean, it's negative cash flow from this thing at the moment. But I want to see if there's anything I can help you with now and not wait till next Saturday. So, but I'm sure you'll be doing fine. I'll probably, if you don't mind, I'll probably reshare it because it will inspire a lot of people.
Of course.
So yeah.
Interesting.
So yeah, these topics looks a very powerful thing. So we just go here we click on the probably cat. We type quantum, for example, right? It gives us search. We go to topics, and in topics, let me move this thing. Yeah, topic is, let's say, no, I don't go to quantum because it has less. Wow, this is Microsoft actually. This is not bad. This is not bad at all. So you see, you need to click in different places. So in this one is good. I know people hide like this. So the guy was literally contributing to, I think it was Microsoft's Java JDK. He's been contributing there for let's say half a year, and he was a top contributor. And they have flown him from Moscow to States.
Nice.
If I'm correct, it's probably, I might be missing something, but I think that's the story. And they waited for his visa to be ready for half a year or something. And as he said, if he didn't do that, they would just hire somebody from another state, somebody local. But when you are doing the contributions, it's different. It's just completely different. It's I don't know.
Oh, wow, that's good.
Yeah, it is indeed. So that's why I love this stuff. It's I would have never had such an impact as I have now if I studied Java for however long. Because, well, I would know better ways to run full cycle, but it's still hidden. In a way, I was a hidden figure. Well, yeah, cool. I don't really want to make it about me, because this thing is it's about you, and it's much bigger than even you, because I can see rows of people after you who will come and benefit.
It's good to hear about your experience as well.
Yeah, well, my experience is that I was following the rules too much, and I was thinking that some rules exist and I didn't, instead of embracing my autism. So before I would have spent those 2 weeks trying to close some tickets. Now I'm well, these tickets can be closed by somebody else. I will help the person, but it will be better for me to do this MacBook thing, because I'm the only one who can do it, and others will benefit from it continuously. So, because of this diagnosis, well, even before that, because I started learning, I'm not competing with people and stuff I'm bad at. I will leave it to them. They are good in it, so let them do that. I will do what I'm good at. And apparently I'm good in helping, talking to people through code, through open source, like we're having it now. And hopefully it's helpful. And I have a number of companies approaching me for DevRel positions. And in my company, I'm doing the same stuff. So, well, everybody's happy.
Yeah, that's great. We really do appreciate your help.
Thank you. And I appreciate your help, because, well, you energize me so much. Okay, let's call it a day. Or are there any questions?
No, I think I'm good. I have so many notes that I'll be busy for at least 2 weeks.
Yes, just make sure that you mentioned me there. So let's keep in touch. So we keep fixing the trajectory every day. So it's from 1 to 4 weeks. 1 is minimum, but it's not a competition. It's a journey. It's about you enjoying it, not about you competing with somebody non-existent. You already won. Just Okay.
That's true.
And
Yeah.
thank you so much, Charmain and Martina, for coming today. And I hope in not very long future, you're burning more than me and your posts will be bigger than mine. And we need it. No, I mean it. I mean,
I just
because
want to do something I enjoy.
yeah, that's the thing. And I don't want to compete with you in this area because obviously I don't enjoy it and you'll deliver so much more there. So why on earth should I want to be CTO in this place or somebody like, why on earth would I do it? Because no point. And same for Charmain. I'm not that much into DevOps as she is. So why would I want to like?
I'm still not entirely sure what DevOps is.
Yeah, I'm still learning and understanding myself.
That's a good place about content. Charmain can write a story, what she thought DevOps is and what it actually is as she understands now. And you can do the same about quantum computing.
Hmm?
How many people in the world understand what it is, DevOps or quantum? And by the way, they will be intersecting. You can benefit a lot from DevOps is basically a set of tools and practices to build stuff and deliver stuff through the flows. And like there's a lot of details, like a lot, and it's not possible to mention them because we are speaking about thousands of items. But it will basically, the idea of DevOps is to make your life easier as a quantum engineer. So you can concentrate on doing the solutions from quantum point, and Charmain will make sure that people will actually be able to use it and there won't be some stupid bottleneck that, for example, if your quantum solution is used a lot, then Charmain's solution will actually spin it in the clouds as much as needed. So people can access it in a reasonable time.
Mhm.
So something like this. Yeah. Okay,
Right.
let's call it at the end. I think I'm not late. I hope I'm not late for the next one. Okay, and it will be weekly. I think next week we will have next one. After that, we'll have a very special guest. She's, I think she's Devrel from Form 3, and she will show us some live coding in Golang. And although you might not know Golang and you might never learn it, but she's an amazing person, and you can ask her questions. Well, I don't. Well, you will have opportunity to ask this person questions and people around you what they want. So this is amazing.
Okay.
She's like future you in a way. Okay. See you and have a really nice weekend. Take
Thank
some
you
rest
so
as
much.
well. Computer-free days. Bye. Bye.
Have a nice weekend. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Bye. Stop share and stop recording.